shoulder of it, I'll do that after I work on the rim because it's easier to control the rim now before I take that out. I want to throw this pot without any flaming. Most tall pots you shouldn't have to flame, that's not needed. But the blown out ones, that's when you take advantage of the heat and the flame. I didn't have any real idea of what shape I wanted to do, so I'm just working with where it takes me at the moment. When you want to bring a rim in, tighten up a pot and narrow it down, the way to do that is to throw the top in first, pull it down and in, you'll feel it tight, and then work underneath it and bring that in and follow it. And do it bit by bit. Don't try and bring it all the way in. Every time you bring in a distance, it'll get all uncompressed. So compress it again, and it'll be thicker, so you can actually bring it taller. Then you can bring it in again, turn it over. You're using the mechanical strength that the change of direction gives you. And once you get in so far, you can actually bring it in quite fast. But it will compress and get a bit ugly, so you tighten it up. And work underneath that. And of course, when you get it close, going out is simple. It'll just go out with ease. Now, if you want the shoulder to be more pronounced rather than just bullet-like, if you've got enough room, depending on your hand size, you can go back in and pull that corner, that shoulder out. Change the rib around to do the ball. And basically, once you get it to that point, then you're just looking at, well, how do I want to finish it? What do I want to do with it? The basic throwing is done. So the bottom has a corner of clay in it, down the bottom here. With my method, I tend to leave a corner of thickness there. I don't try and get it all out at once. It stabilizes the pot while you're throwing it, and then you can always go back later and get it. And generally, most of my pots are trimmed. And I like to trim the bottom in, nice and narrow, so no need to try and lift it all out because you're going to take it away later. Plus, once you get pots up in size, you can't take it away. You've got to have the strength, unless you start flaming the whole thing, which is what we'll do on the next one. So roughly, this tool will just take out that corner thickness. Because you can get to it now, and it's easy to do and it doesn't upset the pot. With a little undercut, so when you cut it off, you'll cut a flat bottom and it won't ride up. Now we'll just finish off the top. Very simple form, this one, very classical form. But of course, once you get it to this point, you can play with it, work with it, do what you want, put edges. Take the blade, and from the outside, just gently refine a little. You can't push too much from the outside and expect it to give in and make a whole new pot. It'll only take so much pushing from the outside. It's just a refining. All my pots at the end, when I'm finishing them off completely, I will take this again when they're leather hard and smooth the whole outside, just to get that perfect shape and form and finish. Blading is important for me. So roughly, that's the pot thrown. This bottom here will later be turned off and you'll get that elegant shape and cut in, and it'll all be homogeneous in its wall thickness. So that's just a simple one. And the next one we'll do a sphere with the torch.